Hello and welcome to PlayStation Best Friends, episode 80 for the week of November 30th, 2018. We're dropping every Friday to give you the rundown on all the latest PlayStation and gaming news you could possibly need. My name is Anthony Palm, and joining me, as always, Chicago's prodigal son, Miguel Alvarez.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
And who wrote this?
I'm
not saying that. The Brooklyn bad boy, Jeffrey Mizrahi.
Oh, cute. Nice.
That was for last week. But
last week. What up?
From last week. Okay.
Yeah. I forgot to edit it. Yeah.
I mentioned it, right? Yeah, was that? I did mention it last week.
I think it was like a quick mention last week.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you go brag about it now?
Not much bragging. Now I officially write for Charlie Intel, the website, the internet's biggest Call of Duty website. So the comment section and reply to the tweets that the Charlie Intel tweet, like when they tweet an article, those are amazing. I did not know until now that every opinion I had was wrong.
So you finally are in that stratosphere. Like Miguel and I are still hovering high altitude, but not quite the stratosphere yet. You are now officially in the stratosphere of you're a fucking idiot.
I love it. I feed off it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I freaking I put a top 5 guns I want back. Dude, a guy, Miguel sent this to me. A guy made a video reading my article. I was like, my mind was, I'm like, what? Like, for real? Like a YouTuber.
He's a decent YouTuber, too.
It was weird. Yeah, the video had like 20,000 views on it.
Yeah, it probably has over 100K now.
She got 20,000 views on a video about your article?
About reading my top 5.
Yeah.
Dude,
he gave me a lot of shit for wanting, he gave me a lot of shit for wanting the Remington back. And I'm like, dude, that shotgun's amazing.
I don't know, man.
But yeah, that was very cool.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys can tell by my kind of hair and my shirt what I've been playing, but I burned a hole in Red Dead Redemption this past week and a half. I closed the gap from chapter 2 to basically the end of chapter 6 in like 5 days. I feel like my eyes are gonna bleed. So I'm really hooked on it. I didn't do a lot of the side stuff. Had zero interest in hunting.
Do you question for you guys? Do the missions, side missions, go away?
Listeners, this is entirely spoiler free, by the way.
Yeah, we're not gonna. Jeff and I are gonna do a spoiler talk probably maybe this weekend or early next week.
So expect no spoilers.
If you continue through the story, do the side missions disappear after a while, or there's
certain ones do at a certain point?
Oh, okay.
There's a nice which I guess I'll post it maybe in the group chat if you want it. There's a nice link. What was that? There's like a spoiler-free link that tells you the 6 missions that don't continue as you progress through the game, and it tells you like this is the title. Like,
are there links to platinum at all? I hope not, because that'll be
Well, there's a platinum do all the side missions.
Really?
The side missions, yeah. Luckily, yes. I pretty much have a save from like every chapter, like after 4, I think, which is pretty good.
So pretty much your tip for anyone that wants to platinum the game is save after chapter 4.
There's no reason why, honestly, you shouldn't be dropping things in multiple save files. Because like you have a bunch of save slots, you know, and I think like 15. So like, I'm like, why am I saving these save slots? I might as well just fill them all up with like every time I want to save until whatever. But yeah, no. So I did beat Red Dead. Not gonna spoil it, but I'll say overall my thoughts.
Complete story, right?
The complete story. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Yeah. And I thought the pacing of the game, because I think that's like the #1 issue you see on the internet a lot. Like, like, oh, this chapter was terrible.
The pacing with the story, or
the pacing of the story. Yeah, the pacing of the story. I thought was completely fine. I thought it was great. I could see where people would say it's too slow. The beginning definitely is, you know, I mean, it's like notorious for being like just 3 hours in the snow, pretty much. But I enjoyed it. I thought by the end, all of the slow parts, all of the intense parts, all added up for like an experience that I wouldn't have wanted to see done in any other way, except the fucking horses.
Yeah. So before we move on to that, because I want to talk about that too. Let me get my 2 cents in on the story too. I'm basically at the end of the quote unquote game. There's an epilogue, but the main. Chapter 1 through 6. I'm basically at the end.
I called it.
All right. We all called it. Like I think when it was announced, when the game was announced, we all went, well, Arthur Morgan's not in Red Dead 1, and it's a prequel. Yeah. So the story, I think that the main story missions were paced perfectly, but you have to have the time to do it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like and I think you actually can play it in
you need to have patience.
I do think you can. Because that's kind of what I did for a lot of it was I would do like, okay, I have an hour and a half. I can probably get 3 missions done. So I would do that. I would just say don't end a chapter unless you have like a couple hours. But
do you know when you're gonna finish?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing I was gonna say. You don't really know when mission.
It's kind of each time you're about to, because you move camps.
I guess you could, chapter,
and it does kind of like tell you like, hey, like we got to get out of here. You know what I mean? So I mean, like, every time that's basically what they say. But I think the story. Obviously I didn't hit the end of it yet, but I know where it's going. It's pretty. Even if I didn't get spoiled on it, it's still like really, really obvious. But I loved it, and I think Arthur Morgan is like one of my favorite video game characters of all time now. I can't get over how much I love this character, and
more than you did play Red Dead 1, right?
I didn't beat it, but I played a lot of it. I mean, see, the thing is,
more than John.
Chapter 6 really makes me appreciate John more too, and it's almost like, I don't know how to say it without spoiling it, but it's like they really, at the beginning of the game, it's not a spoiler to say at the beginning of the game, Arthur kind of has an issue with John, and then over the game, they kind of go through some growing pains and stuff. And so that relationship was really awesome to kind of see grow. And Arthur as a character,
that relationship, like, makes retroactively an 8-year-old game better. Like that was
that's
like my takeaway.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
After I beat Red Dead 2, I'm like,
wow, I want to go back and actually replay and play to completion Red Dead 1 after I beat this. I won't now, but maybe like next year or something. Maybe like Q1 when there's not a lot coming out aside from Kingdom Hearts and Division 2 and Anthem. Never mind. But yeah, I love the fact that the game just lets you do whatever you want, in the sense of like, I know like a guy that I work with, all he does is just the hunting missions and fishing and exploring and all that shit. And my Arthur is like, I don't have time for any of this. Like, so more pertinent shit to do. So I kind of just would go from mission to mission. And there was select side missions that if I thought they were interesting or if I thought they fit my character's story, I would go do them.
Interesting.
Have you guys fished in the game?
Yeah, I'd
just rather go play Final Fantasy 15 for that.
There's a stranger mission that requires
I was gonna ask you, is that the best simulator of any game? But
see, I like that Final Fantasy 15 is a little more gamey. It's good. I mean, it's a good fishing mode if you don't play Final Fantasy 15, and if you want fishing in a game that isn't a full fishing game, it's actually a really good fishing mode. There's a story mission that forces you to at least try it. So.
It's very simple, but no, there's a freaking stranger mission, a side mission that like you're supposed to get this really big fish in this dude's pond, like help him out. And I'm freaking circling my analog stick for like, I think literally like 5 whole minutes. And I'm like, is this freaking thing bugged? Like, am I just like not even pulling the fish at all? And then I looked up online and it's like supposed to take 10 minutes. I'm like, fuck this mission. This is so, I'm literally just spinning my stick.
That's why I didn't do a lot of the hunting stuff.
Wait.
You stumbled upon legendary animal territory. And I'm like, cool. And I would just ride on through.
So the mission takes 10 minutes and it's just you there staring at the water?
I don't think 10 minutes exactly, but it felt like, yeah.
That is.
I think, no, honestly, at least like 3 minutes of pulling one fish in. He was a legendary fish, but like still, I don't know.
Fuck, Jesus. Okay.
But yeah, no, and then back.
It sounds like it's supposed to be like the horses.
It is. It's supposed to be a big ass fish, but because it was a big ass fish.
Sounds like it's kind of similar to the
Adam shark, not a fucking whale.
It
was a trout.
15, where
fucking Jesus. So let's go back to the horses. What's going on with the horses?
Yeah, my big takeaway at the end of the game was this game is so amazing despite the horses, but if the horses didn't suck so much, this game would be like perfect. The issue with the horses is they're just frustrating.
The controls, even when you have an elite horse, like there's handling for the horses, like handling for cars. Even when you have an elite horse, it still will like mysteriously pull you to the side or stuff, almost like auto aim ish. And I don't know how many moments were ruined in this game in the middle of like a story beat because my horse just crashed into a tree and exploded.
I don't understand why they would ever, if there's like a tree next to you and your horse is like 50% like facing the tree, he'll like focus towards the tree.
It like pulls you towards the tree. Yeah, it's like weird.
First of all, that's not realistic. What's realistic is the horse naturally, without his owner, moving away from hitting rocks. And it's like, I don't know why the game chooses to do this, because it's
what I think they should have done, and I thought they were going to do and didn't, is they should have stole the feature from Assassin's Creed Origins and also in Odyssey, where it just you hold cross and it just follows the road.
Oh, that's great, man.
And they should have just stole that instead. And because it sort of follows the road ish if you have a marker down and you're holding cross while you're on a road.
While you're in cinematic also.
Yeah, like it's just very like weird. How, like everything else in the game is so fine-tuned and polished and you know, you could see how much thought went into it. And then the horses, it's like, what the like, I don't get it.
I don't know. I can't imagine like there were testers or like even like the lead designers like playing the game, like testing it and not fucking up with the horses and like tripping over everything. Like it's just so it's like everywhere. Like every like 2 missions, I'll have like an annoying issue. But besides that, still,
you guys close to finishing it.
Well, he has finished it.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like close to finish it. Would you guys give the game a 10 still with that issue? Because I don't hand out 10s.
So,
because I personally like what I'm hearing after people just beat it and like it. Yes, it got a 10, but a lot of people don't think it's deserving of a 10.
Let me put it this way for my thoughts on the game so far. This is the first game this big, just like hours put in wise, that I actually want to replay from like a clean, fresh.
Yeah, right when I beat it, I'm like, damn, I want.
Like I want to actually, like I already kind of feel that. Like I'm not going to now because I have other stuff to play, but like the next time where I'm kind of like downtime and when I don't know what to play.
That's because of the story, not because.
But even like because I kind of mainline the story, so there's a lot of other stuff that I could go through and do too.
To the story.
It's a combination of the story and the side stuff. It's kind of it's similar how like I always kind of like go back to Final Fantasy 15 and just fuck around in it because I just
better than Red Dead 1 so far.
I'll abstain from that.
As a huge fan of Red Dead 1, my game of the year that year, or honestly, no, it's Portal 2, but whatever. I still give like Red Dead. It's
that, what else came out that year?
No, suck my dick. Portal 2 is 2011. Red Dead 2 was Red Dead 1 versus Mass Effect 2 in 2010.
Oh, I was Mass Effect 2.
And I did give it to Red Dead 2. Sorry, Red Dead 2 was game of the year 2010. Either way, Red Dead 1. Not
Red Dead 2.
It was, I want to say, like first in the things it did. Like,
yes, the multiplayer in Red Dead 1 was awesome.
The world's like, even
especially
in Red Dead 1, there are small like you could see how like they developed into Red Dead 2's like conversation system where like you could say greet or antagonize people. In Red Dead 1, like when you walked around the town, like they were all talking, it felt like alive in 2010, which was crazy. So while Red Dead 2 excels on that and does that better, it feels more innovative than revolutionary, I guess I could say.
You know something that I don't like about that system?
Yeah.
And you mentioned it to me when we were talking about it after you were done with the whole thing. But like when you even touch someone.
Yeah, it's so primitive. You touch them and it's like your red blip, bounty 100. It's like, why, man?
You were telling me about you were trying to like.
It's a little finicky. I learned to just kind of stay away from people.
I know, but that's like, why should that be a thing? What if I'm the type of guy who wants to? I don't know.
Well, then you get arrested. Have to deal with the law.
No, wait. Here,
but the thing I was telling Miguel.
Yeah, like you were trying to like park or like deliver
the same button. The same button is to jump on your horse as well as to assault a person to the ground. And then if you accidentally it locks onto a person when you triangle
and to be able to attack them.
I wish you.
Well, L2 triangle is to antagonize. So
no, but if you hit triangle and then your guy starts jumping on it, and you're like, no, and you instinctively hit.
I don't know.
And you instinctively hit circle. It's not dismiss and jump at. It's no. When you hit circle, it's beat. So you hit triangle accidentally. Your guy attacks someone.
And you start punching. I did that with a stagecoach one time. I'm like, I was like, I'm all the way in Valentine. I gotta get the Saint Denis. Let me just take the stagecoach. I accidentally tackle him and then punch him in the face and then get a bounty. I was like, let me just reload.
Because when you're tackling someone, square is dismiss. Okay. But either way, that is Red Dead 2. Our thoughts. I think I had one more thing.
Okay, so let me just get back to the is it a 10 thing real quick because I forgot. So
we're on that.
I feel like I can only reserve 1 10 per year most years. This is the first year where I think God of War and Red Dead Redemption are both 10s.
Yeah, Miguel is saying
Spider-Man's not a 10. Spider-Man's not even. I would say Spider-Man. I
think it's a solid 9.
Spider-Man. Absolutely love Spider-Man. I would even almost go 8.75.
Okay,
interesting.
What for too many crime?
The crimes are just too much.
Yeah, no, you were saying earlier you want to play. I was saying also that I feel like I want to play this game right after I finished. The last game that did that was not too far away. It was God of War, and it was right when I beat God of War. I just want to play it again. I'm like, fuck. Like this year is gonna be tough.
Like I'm not gonna beat Red Dead 2 this year. I know that because I'm not in the mood for it right now.
Yeah, see, I
want to. I was want
in the mindset of like I need to get this done.
And I feel like I'm gonna be playing chunks of the game, and I'm gonna end up finishing like in 3 years from now. That's how I feel that I'm gonna end up finishing.
That's why I did BioShock 2. Took me a whole year.
That doesn't make any sense to me. I beat BioShock 2 in like 2 days. It's like so linear. It's not even like BioShock 1 where you could backtrack and stuff. BioShock 2 is like a straight shot.
Lock that out.
Have you guys played anything else?
Yeah. So I was
played a real lot of FIFA 19 on Switch, dude. I like an embarrassingly amount. Like embarrassingly large amount. Game. I did also play.
What did you play more, FIFA or Red Dead?
Ooh. Probably Red Dead, but FIFA is like
probably by like
lunch
half
breaks
an hour
when I'm like in bed while Tay's watching Endless Love and shit.
What else did you play? You were saying, Anthony?
Me, I don't think I played it. I played a little bit of Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu.
Yeah, I haven't touched that. I mean,
like I said last week, I'm taking my time with it, and now that I know there's a lot of end game content, I'm actually kind of re-energized in kind of getting through that first initial kind of wave of like being Elite Four and all that.
I have a friend who's like 80 hours in and like has like almost all the all the shinies.
I'm not. That'll never be me. But
like every master trainer, this guy's insane.
But I am really enjoying it a lot. I really, really adore it. Again, it's like an 8.5. It's not a masterpiece, but it's part nostalgia factor, part the fact that it's just such a polished, good-looking Pokemon game, and people are complaining about the graphics for it. Apparently. I think it looks great compared to someone was saying people were complaining that there's not as many shadows of Sun and Moon. I thought Sun and Moon looked like butters. It's a Pokemon game.
It's just something. Just people are complaining.
Game. That's what you need. I don't care about. Like I think it looks great.
I'm still fucking trying to get the puddles in Spider-Man. I don't even know where they are.
You gotta go into photo mode, and then you gotta look in your stickers.
That's right. No, yeah, I ended up beating Astrobot.
Nice.
Great game, enjoyed it. Got a little tired of some of the sections, but the final boss was really cool. Not much of a spoiler. I mean, it's a gameplay thing, but like he's a big ass guy and he uses like he's a big ass robot and he uses like all the things, all the weapons and stuff that you like use throughout the game on you. So like if you get like this little like water gun thing attachment on your DualShock, and then he's holding a DualShock with the water gun attachment. Like it's very cool, and it's like fighting gets you have to like counter all the shit.
Yeah, I might pick that up maybe springtime.
And then
there's gonna be a lot of stuff in the spring, man. I don't know.
Yeah, right. Let's see. And then the last game we've been playing, I assume you, Miguel, as well. A bunch of Blackout. They added.
I haven't touched Blackout.
Not Blackout.
I haven't touched that.
Oh, really? You haven't touched it? No,
I haven't touched it. I've been
playing. Well, I'll say what
I don't have any issues with it majorly. I just have been playing Red Dead.
Yeah.
So I played a couple matches. Every time I played, like 3 matches, it's just the game is frustrating.
It's a thing.
Having the one game work just perfectly, dude, flawless, and then the other 2 games or 3 games that I played is just bad. Lag all over the place. The spawns are bad. In Blackout, the audio now is a thing that fucking. I hear someone other way over there, and then I turn around and he's right there. I'm like, what the fuck? But they said they were gonna fix it supposedly today. The game is not ready. It wasn't ready and it's not ready, and it sucks because the game I feel like it when it works, I feel like it's the best Call of Duty game since Black Ops 2, but it doesn't work often.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there.
Similar things in the zombies community. I mean, it's been really frustrating if you're not into the zombies community. Like the
Crash
main
is a little bit better.
the crashes are less, but now it's just an issue of, hey, it's over a month after the game came out. Half the things you said at the reveal aren't here.
That's another thing.
All done the Easter eggs. This is 2018, where we want more than just one map. Like, I kind of gave him an excuse, which is stupid. Like, now thinking about it retroactively.
I mean, you have more than one map, so
still. No, I kind of gave him the excuse with Black Ops 3 in 2015, where the zombies was, the same thing, these little insular levels, essentially, that like you keep grinding, which was great in 2008, 2010, 2012.
What were you expecting, though?
But in 2015, it was a year after Destiny 1 came out. And it's like, this game
what
came out,
are you expecting?
Well, I don't know, something more connected, something more live. Like, they said that there's going to be factions and callies and stuff, which are, like, I guess, some of in-game
Maybe in
events.
the summer. Maybe in the summer, bro.
I mean, I hope.
Wait, hold on. I'm confused. Are we talking about zombies?
Yeah, the zombies.
Yeah, dude. They
this sounds like
factions and stuff like that. I mean, they talked about it when they revealed it, dude.
Yep.
They revealed a lot of stuff for even multiplayer, and it's not even in the game yet.
Dude, Vandahar is going back on leaderboards now. I'm like, what fucking reality is this? Like, what are you talking about? He's like, I don't think
that's not even implemented. And
surprisingly for me, I actually feel more drawn to wanting to play more zombies versus multiplayer. And
play it, dude. I'm saying this also, by the way, with 4 days of in-game time in zombies. It's like, I got my way. It's not a terrible, it's just, I guess, I don't know. Maybe
will you play zombies with me?
Sure.
Like you can, not even specifically just for eggs or anything, just to play it.
Yeah, I mean, you just fucking should have let me know last month, but yeah, let me know next time you're playing.
Now I'm itching for it. Back then I was playing
24/7. But I don't know. Hold on 1 second. What I expected, Miguel, yeah, something more connected, I guess.
But connected in what way? It's zombies. It's a 4-player.
I don't know. Be more
game. I mean.
No, you could. I don't like challenges. I don't know. Honestly,
I mean,
just like
there's not even challenges, and
it's just funny to me how there's contraband for Blackout and multiplayer, but there's
because even the simplest things, I'd appreciate.
This is how
you didn't put the equivalent. You didn't put a contraband equivalent to zombies, or no, put the same contraband.
Oh, that's the other thing. You can't move your bar or tiers playing zombies towards your contraband. What the fuck is this? You're playing the game.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's no challenges for you to unlock skins on multiplayer like Black Ops 3. Because
hold up. There was a Halloween event for 7 days, and they gave us 4 face paints. All right, we should be grateful.
Oh my god, dude! Jesus.
But yeah, positive things about Black Ops. I got the tier 50, the Titan Masterwork. And then I did the 51 tier, and I got the SG-12 Masterwork, and it's like the boombox one. Have you seen that one? It looks very cool.
Lucky motherfucker!
Yeah, it's super fucking cool, and I think I'm gonna rock the SG-12 a bunch now rather than the Mog.
Don't be that guy.
Well, is that the OP shotgun people are talking about? Because the Mog sucks dick.
The Mog with the fire attachments is ridiculous.
It's really good, and the one that you're mentioning has the stroke life. And it just blinds people.
SG-12 has, all right. I'll work on that.
I don't know, man. Then that game, it seems like it's dying like really fast. So I don't know.
Oh, this is the thing I was gonna say. You mentioned, in the summer they'll update it, but that's the thing. Destiny, I could have faith that in a year they'll update it because Destiny has a 3-year cycle. Next year they're fucking doing Infinity War game. So why the hell would they update the? It's like fuck that, man. Fuck that. It's annoying. It's not even, whatever.
Let's get into the news, shall we?
No. I played Odyssey.
Okay, yeah, go.
I played a lot of.
So long that we didn't even get to what you played.
Yeah, I played a lot of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I got into that, man, and the horses. Ooh, man, I'll tell you what about the horses.
It literally is like you put nitrous oxide on a horse.
Yeah, dude, that has turbo, dude. It's just hauls ass, man. I love it.
What character did you pick?
Cassandra.
Okay.
My sister's name, my sister's name is Cassandra, so I'm like,
well, Cassandra is the canon character too, by the way.
Yeah, so
it's weird that they even gave you the option of playing as a non-canon.
I mean, that's cool, man. I mean, you got that.
I guess, but it's just like stick to your guns. Like it's like they were afraid to have a female led. I don't know. It's very weird.
I don't think so. It's just options.
I'm not making a big deal of it, but it is.
No, I mean,
your guns.
It does.
Male character. It's a female character.
I mean, even the game,
because the story, infamous,
yeah, dude. I mean, even the game has gives you options to.
It's not but it's not like past Assassin's Creeds did this. I mean, Syndicate you could play as the brother and sister, but you played as both. It's not like
I don't mind it.
It's not like past games let you play as a male or a female.
I get what you're saying.
Option.
Yeah, I don't think it's an option.
Like, what if Red Dead let you play as like?
Okay, here.
Like
this is
Morgan instead of like
this is not an Assassin's Creed game, man. Just don't think about it.
So it's like Black Flag, where it's like this is
it is, dude.
Different game, but in this universe.
Exactly. That's how I feel.
I'm fine
even Origins too. That's how I feel like they are.
Are there any modern day things you've encountered at all, or zero?
Yes. When you start,
he sent us his picture from modern day.
Yeah, and then later on, like it takes you out and you do a couple things. Nothing big, dude. It's nothing that's
not like the Desmond shit. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's just like the character talking about what's happening. And
first person or third person?
Third person.
Okay, cool.
And you go back into it, and that's it.
So what do you think of the setting?
Oh, dude, I love it. It looks amazing, dude. Just going from the mountains and just being on top of the mountain and looking down, and just dude, it's amazing. I don't know how to describe it.
It's your Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, dude. Like I go on top of one of the mountains or the peaks or whatever, and just look down, and just the color, and then the water in the distance,
Breath of the Wild.
And it's like, oh, and then you could climb shit, bro. Oh my goodness! And then you could jump down, like the mountain.
Does it feel
too horse big? Doesn't die, bro. I'm like, oh my god, oh, I'm in love. And then Cassandra's a pimp, dude. Oh, I can't. Woo, dude, she goes.
Yeah, I'm honestly
dude, it's. I'm having a lot of fun.
I think you should at least put like 10 to 15 hours in.
I'm going to.
First,
I played about the same in Origins too.
I probably had put already like 20 hours in 3-4 days.
Wow.
I've been playing it a lot. Like it hooked me. I was gonna say the story, but the story's okay. It's just the interactions with the other characters. Because every time you meet a person, you got not every time, but most of the time you have that option of the little heart. Like you could be romantic, and I'm just trying to nail everyone.
Nice.
I haven't been
successful. It seems very like Mass Effect and
but it's not that kind of like this. You don't see the scenes when it happens, which I was like, oh man, what the fuck?
You really don't in Mass Effect either, honestly.
You saw little play,
like a butt cheek.
Yeah.
But like, no, hold on. I've seen pictures of the Odyssey map, and it looks ridiculously huge.
Well, that's what happened to me with Origins. I got scared.
No, it's because like Origins, it was just a lot of desert. That's what it was, dude. And this one, it's a lot of ocean that you're just traveling the islands. It's a lot of little islands, dude. Like the island the main island when you start from one point to the other point, you're there like in like 2-3 minutes. Like in 2 minutes. Plus, you could fast travel pretty much anywhere when you sync the.
You have to sync.
Thank God.
Yeah.
After all of Red Dead was like.
Oh yeah, dude. I wouldn't
fast travels on.
I love it. It's so raw. It just doesn't give a fuck.
The gameplay does feel better than Origins, in my opinion. That's why I stopped playing Origins.
I thought Origins was great, honestly. Gameplay wise.
The setting didn't hook me. I was just bored. I was like, it's the desert.
The colors, dude. It's gonna hook you just with the colors.
Yeah.
You know what I really want? You know what I really want? Oh. I was listening to Ailstorm today, who is like a pirate metal band, and I was like, I want a pirate game, but I don't want Skull and Bones. That's PvP.
Black Flag.
I don't want Sea of Thieves because that's just bad and weird. I just want Black Flag 2. Just don't even make Assassin's Creed Black Flag 2.
You play Black Flag 1?
Yeah, of course.
So good. Okay.
Just spin it off and just make a Black Flag 2. I want that.
Have you played
Freedom Cry? Have you played what?
Freedom Cry? The Assassin's Creed 4 spin-off?
I guess I could do that, I guess. But I want modern controls, though. That's the thing, is like Assassin's Creed 4's combat's garbage.
Yeah,
it's old
true.
Assassin's Creed. So I'm saying, like, make an updated, just give me a pirate story game that's
you haven't got into the when you get your ship?
No, I'm not that far yet.
Okay.
I literally
feels
did like the
when
first
I'm on
2 or
it,
3 missions.
And then they start singing. I'm like, oh, it takes me back. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, the sea shanties were dope in Black.
Shout out
There's
to
something
the
similar to that. It's
fire songs in Red Dead as well. I love this.
I have played that, and I played. I got with a great discount Battlefield 5 yesterday.
Nice.
So I
Came
played
out
a
like
couple
a week
matches.
ago.
I know, and the game's already $30 in Best Buy and Target. So go get it. I am enjoying what I played. It does feel different, gameplay wise. Than
Talking multiplayer or not campaign?
multiplayer.
Right?
I'm not touching the campaign. Multiplayer. That's what I'm getting. That's if you're getting Battlefield, it's because of the fucking campaign. The campaign
Compared to the
multiplayer.
Yeah. Compared to
Black
the
Ops 4 has taught us anything.
Yeah. Compared to what?
The beta. How did because the beta you were very lukewarm on.
It was because of the bugs and the map that they released is what I keep hearing is the worst map in the game.
Yeah, that map in that beta.
It's really just structurally like it's really bad.
It was the one with the bridge, right?
It was a snow.
No,
one.
there's
the bridge on the far side.
Yes, but there's another one that has a bridge that is really good. Holy
no, but that's
shit,
the beta one was like the snow map.
Yeah, it was the snow map with a bridge, and then it had a bunch of houses. Just fucking plugged.
Did not like that.
It's not a good map, design wise, in my opinion. That's why I was like lukewarm, and then there was a bunch of bugs, which it seems like they fixed. The game being $30 doesn't surprise me, just because it doesn't have the content that most of the Battlefields have when it launches. It has like half of it. So it feels like they release a early access game, and that's why the content DLC is gonna be free, it's pretty much what the game should be when it comes out. So being the game being $30, I don't think it's a bad thing. But
at least there's no possibility of there being like a more expensive version, you know. That,
no,
like,
exactly. That's the other thing. So right now
you
get it.
You're not missing out on a pass or anything like that.
Exactly, and it does feel like a skin, like DLC for Battlefield 1.
Mm-hmm.
Just my opinion. I've been saying that since the beginning. Like you got more automatic guns, but they added all those guns on Battlefield 1. So I mean, after like with the DLC and everything. But the game, it's fun. I'm enjoying it.
Because I mean, you have to think there's a way shorter turnaround time from 1 to 5 than 4 to 1.
Yeah,
4 to 1.
And you gotta think that they actually worked on Star Wars too. So
yeah, a lot of time. And then the DLC, but I could imagine.
Like EA, if they don't want to, because that studio's having problems turning around games, they need to give them time, man. Because what is it? A year and a half from now, we're gonna have another Star Wars game.
Yeah,
from them. Like they don't have time, man. They need to.
Battlefields weren't such a milked franchise. This hasn't like always been this way.
Like every 4 or 5 years, I thought.
Yeah. Well, I think it was like 2 or 3.
That's on EA, man.
Well, the DICE ones, because we had Visceral making Hardline.
We don't talk about that, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I wasn't counting that. That's what I'm saying.
It always felt more spaced out than
4 and 1.
That should have been a DLC. That shouldn't be an actual game.
Because like Battlefield 4 was a launch title, right, on PS4.
Yes, it was.
Because it was on PS3,
server-wise,
360, and then was carried over.
Wait, no, I think I'm totally off. Battlefield Bad Company 2 was 10, and then when was 3? Was 3 11? It must have been 11.
Yes, it was 11.
I guess
Battlefield 4 was 2013.
Yeah.
Battlefield 1 was 15?
16,
because Battlefront was
3, yeah.
15.
And then 2 years since that. All right. There's some good numbers for you. Write those down, listeners. And
let's get to the news.
Let's get to the news, man. 40 minutes.
It is time. 40 minutes, yeah. It is perfect amount of time.
Not really a lot of news.
The Islander Report.
There'll be some news.
There are 9 items on the list.
Hey, Captain's gone. Yo-ho.
First up, we have the favorite PS Plus games of December. These weren't leaked beforehand, surprise.
Oh.
For PS4, we have Soma and Onrush. Soma's that horror game.
Favorite?
What'd you say?
You said the favorite PS Plus games.
Oh yeah, the favorite segment. I was gonna say, you call me in a ramble. But
Well, I just want to clarify for anyone listening.
No.
Like, what did he just say?
The word favorite was filler.
Free
Have you
games.
played Soma? I feel like you like.
It's
no?
on my wish list. So
Okay,
no.
cool.
Well, I mean,
There you go.
the
And
one
then
that I'm.
Onrush-
Go ahead. Which one is it? The
and
next
then
one?
Onrush is that like racing game. I think it was announced like
Yes.
last year, right?
Wasn't
It came out last
made-
year.
Wasn't this made
No,
by
it
the
came out
people
last
that
year.
did
I want to say as well the Drive Club guys, no?
Yeah,
Or the Motorstorm guys.
Yes, right.
There's some guys that work
Motorstorm
on
guys.
Drive
Motorstorm
Club,
guys.
yes.
You guys do
Um,
something.
I was this close to buying it when I was in sale a week ago because I do want to try it, and I'm glad that I didn't because it's free now. I've been really pissed off. I think it was like $15. It's like an arcade racer, and there's like domination. You gotta like dominate a certain area and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's
get
the guys from Evolution Studios who are known for doing the World Rally games, Motorstorm series, and the Drive Club guys. So definitely check this out if
It's a
those
good
games
game.
ever interest you. Then you got on PS3 Steerden and Steins Gate, which I hear a lot of good things about Steins Gate.
Steins Gate, is that cross-buy with Vita?
They would have
Or is
mentioned
that
it, no.
Steins Gate?
No, it's not.
It's different.
I think that's Steins Gate. Yeah, with like
Zeros.
a fucking umlaut or whatever, semicolon. And then Iconoclast, PS Vita, cross by PS4, and then a game every Vita fucking owner must have. Any PC owners, everyone has to play.
I was going to say this was actually my
game.
pick of the month.
Papers, Please on the Vita. I've never played this version, but I've played it on the iPad and the PC, and ooh, I love this game so much.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this.
Have you played it at all ever or no? Yeah, I'll explain it. But Anthony, you played it or no?
No, but I've like numerous people have told me about it.
So it's pretty much a game where you play as a border security agent for like this fake Russian, like USSR, like Soviet, like state, and like you have to like check everyone's papers before they go in, and every day you have different like requirements, like, oh, today they got to bring in a signed, not expired customs form as well as their passport. So they like, it's a digital, it's like a fake like 8-bit screen, actually like 16-bit. It's very cool style. And then like you look over their shit like with a mouse and keyboard. On the Vita it's touchscreen. And like make sure all the papers are up to date. And it's like, it sounds like something super boring, but when you're playing it and when it's a game and you get more points for like doing it faster and like not like fucking people like over, like letting bad people in or whatever like that. It's just very fun. It's like a fun like arcade game. There's actually a really deep story in it. Like you're trying to like save your family and shit. It's wild. I highly recommend it. Any PS Vita owner as well as PC. Next up, Red Dead Online has released. It is doing its weird rollout phase right now.
By the time you hear this, it will be released.
Very strange rollout phase.
Yeah, a lot.
It makes sense. It's just weird.
Monday, it's people who bought the Ultimate Edition, which was the $100 edition. Tuesday was the people who played it on day one, October 26th. Wednesday is the people who played it
For 7 days, I think.
the 26th to the 29th, so the opening weekend.
Oh, weekend.
I think Thursday is 7 days, something like that. And then Friday is anyone who owns the game at all.
I mean,
So weird.
I guess it's good.
I mean, it makes sense, yeah.
Just because it had problem, GTA 5 had problems
bad.
when it launched. So I mean, I guess they're rolling it slowly and trying to like tweak with it. I guess. I mean,
yeah. So we haven't gotten to get our hands on it. I will, of course, tomorrow and whatever.
I might go create my character tonight.
Yeah. I mean, it's supposedly it's like GTA 5 online or like even more than that, like with like an actual cutscene in the beginning and like a micro story.
I saw the
There was
cutscenes.
cutscenes and stuff in GTA 5 online.
yeah.
Now it's the same map, just populated differently with NPCs and stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, you can go into
Like you can go to
different areas.
Valentine, you can go to Saint Denis and all that.
Yeah. It has co-ops missions as well in it.
You guys want me to spoil the
system.
cutscene or no?
No, I don't want to go into that. I actually read where it starts off, but it seems like a cool thing that I want to go into fresh. There's modes such as Make It Count mode, which every website has been titling it like titling it a battle royale mode.
It's not.
It's just 16 players.
Clickbait.
Everyone has a bow, arrows, and knives, and it's just the last one standing.
It's the last man standing. Exactly.
I guess because
Sticks and stones.
yeah, right. I guess
I
because
get-
the circle's shrinking. I think that.
Yeah,
might be it.
exactly. Yeah.
But still, yeah, it's not
Not-
PUBG. Don't worry.
We're in sync today.
There's shootout, team shootout, classic gun deathmatch modes, race to the top, most wanted mode, where you kill the highest, the best guy in the game, whatever. capture modes, and a free fall mode where you get different weapons as you rank up kills, which is I guess
now
just
would have been cool, and they could still, and they probably will do it eventually if they do a real legit full on battle royale mode with the hot air balloons.
And that's what you jump out of, yeah.
Because the hot air balloon is in the game at a point, and like,
but I don't know.
That would be cool if it was just in a mode, not like readily available randomly on the map, but that mode, if that's how you did, you know what I mean? Probably have to be significantly less players, but it would still be cool.
The name your weapon, it's similar, I assume, to the Call of Duty mode that you start with a pistol and then you start moving with different guns.
Gun game, yeah.
There we go. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, my question is, when does this get like GTA 5, where you have transform races, where you're
probably
flying
3 years from now, probably.
What does that look like, really? Because right now it looks pretty much like Red Dead 1's online, and that was vanilla compared to GTA 5 online.
Well, they straight up said, like, we're starting from zero with this. Like,
I mean, this
GTA 5 is what it is now because it went through years and years of development. This is starting from ground level, so it'd be cool to keep up with it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely going to try keeping.
I'm more interested in staying up to date with this than I was with GTA Online.
For sure. Moving on, we have the beginning of a new saga in government-related video game stories, which will probably be sprinkled out over months for the next couple of years. But the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission in the U.S., has agreed upon beginning to investigate loot boxes and all of the issues impacting children, gambling, using real currency to get randomized winnings, everything relating to that. I don't know. It sucks that it came to this. Jim Sterling said it a bunch. He's like, if the fucking gaming industry doesn't fix itself, if EA and Activision don't realize how greedy they're being,
the government getting involved is bad for everyone in the game.
And yeah, this is gonna suck. This is gonna. I don't even know what it like, how bad it's gonna get, but we'll see. Hopefully, not that bad.
Hasn't it like cooled down a little bit? Like with the bigger games don't. I mean, mobile wise not, but like AAA games in the console base, like Call of Duty doesn't have it anymore. Loot boxes.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Like
there's
after
microtransactions
Star Wars
are as bad as ever, but
that's what I was about to say. What I instinctually said when you said, "Is it getting better?" And I said no. I'm like, I was thinking microtransactions because I'm like, wait, Anthony just could have paid $20 for a gun skin. Like, that's terrible.
Exactly,
but that's not loot boxes.
They're talking about loot boxes. Exactly.
Yeah, that's super legal. Yeah, I guess it is better, honestly.
Because I think the problem people have
in terms of randomization, in
general, people have problems with loot boxes, but people have problems with just microtransactions in general. There's nothing the FTC is going to do about microtransactions. If you are paying X amount for this specific thing, none's going to happen with that. It's the randomized loot box stuff.
People are mad with that is because most of the microtransactions are overpriced. It's not because
that's how it's going to be.
Well, I mean, there is the lawsuit. Have you guys heard about that in the Supreme Court? A class action lawsuit against Apple for having a monopoly over the App Store and overcharging for apps.
I heard about it, but I'm not familiar with it
anyway.
Yeah, I doubt Apple's going to lose it, honestly. But I mean, it'd be an interesting decision if they say because Apple has a monopoly on the App Store. But we'll see. We'll see where this FTC thing leads. We'll keep you updated, of course, like always. Still boggle my mind. I mentioned it last week. Battlefield 5 officially launched in shops last week, which gave it enough time to give it 5 days on sale during its launch week, as we mentioned earlier. But it sold fewer than half the physical copies of Battlefield 1 did upon its launch. When that was only on sale for 3 days.
Didn't Spyro Reignited sell more physical copies than Battlefield 5?
Yes,
I think I saw that. Yes,
according to the UK sales, yes.
No.
What is with the UK loves these PS1 remasters. The UK like obsessed over Crash too. Cool.
Now,
I want to get the Spyro, but that's the game that hit the chopping block.
Just to kind of, I guess, justify the sales on it. They're not including the digital sales. From the game.
That's fair.
So,
but still, you'd expect less physical sales if everyone's going digital, but not half.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
way too much. And plus, I think it's selling just because the game is $30 already in some of the retailers. Like, it's not doing well, in my opinion. Just like Fallout.
Should just pushed it to spring, but whatever.
Yeah, the game needed the time.
Well, they can't push it to spring because they got Anthem, so yeah, whatever.
I mean, it got pushed because of Red Dead. like 2 weeks.
Well, that and it got pushed because it wasn't ready too, but a little bit of both probably.
Maybe there'll be a feature where they ruin the Battlefield name so bad that they release a Battlefield and a Titanfall on the same day, and the Titanfall sells more.
I need wood. Let me hold on. Let me. Hopefully they don't. I hope they don't ruin that franchise. Dude. God damn.
Before we move on from that, real quick, because I just don't know if it's not on the dock. Real quick, while we're on the subject of DICE and EA and Battlefield, Battlefront apparently just launched their Cold Wars expansion, quote unquote expansion. It's one map and 2 characters, but people are liking it. I want to go dip into the Geonosis map because Geonosis was actually the first level of Battlefront 2's kind of like mini campaign. And so it's going to be kind of nostalgic jumping into that. So I'm going to check it out. I'm not going to spend a lot of time in it because it's just
Battlefront 2, this one or the old one? 2018, 2017?
So Geonosis was the first level of the original. It was like the tutorial level in Battlefront.
Okay, the original 5 one, yeah.
So that now they're adding it to the current, like modern Battlefront 2. So I'm going to check it out, but it takes, for a regular player, it doesn't cost a lot of credits to unlock these characters. For someone like you and I, Jeff, that just kind of hop in and out when new characters release and new content comes out, it's going to take us fucking forever to unlock. Yeah,
even though they were added in a free update, you still have to buy them with in-game currency.
You can buy them with real money.
I don't think could you? I didn't see any option to.
Characters you can get with real money, yes.
Interesting.
You buy the gems.
Is it too late to be releasing stuff for this game?
But no, hold on.
People are liking it.
I did play this update. I was just playing a little now. I actually played 2 days ago. I forgot to mention it in the beginning of the episode, but I'm playing it, and if I like remove my head from like I guess like a industry person or just like like a person who's on Twitter
like you're playing it just as a Star Wars fan.
If I'm just a regular guy, even if I'm like a mild Star Wars fan and a light video game guy, I'm just playing this game. It's pretty good. It's like it's a fun freaking time. Like
it was never a bad game objectively.
It's just the decisions.
Everything. So many different things happened.
Yeah.
With it, yeah.
So if you still have it, I recommend jump back in. It's a good time if you're not. Like,
I'm gonna check it out, but I'm not spending a lot of time on it.
Looking under it with a scalpel. Next up, Fortnite now has 200 million players, making it one of I think top 10 most played games in the history of the medium. That's registered users.
You know what's weird to me is that I keep hearing all these records Fortnite's breaking and all this stuff it's doing, but I kind of hear people talk about it less. Is that weird to you guys?
I mean,
is it just because everyone knows about it, so no one talks about it, but people are still playing it? Is that maybe what it is, you think?
Yeah, and I feel like it's also all the people that are around you that would have already talked about it, or even the people like you found on the internet that would have talked about it. Have like,
but even like my friends and stuff too. You know what I mean? Like it's.
It is down on Twitch too, like viewer wise.
Well, it had to come down at some point.
Exactly. So I mean, it's probably because of that. It's just everyone's playing it. There's no reason to hype it up more.
Worst case, it becomes a PUBG thing where it has like 20% of its player base, but that's still like 300,000 players.
Ridiculous. Next.
But yeah. Destiny 2, this is a very interesting news story. They updated the game to the new season, so that's all of the like the free stuff and like all the back end stuff of the new season are like up right now, but next week it's all the content stuff for annual pass owners. This is weird because Destiny 2 right now is in the best state it has ever been. It could be. It's like amazing right now, yet I'm like not playing it. So it feels really weird that it's like I was there through all.
That's
this,
how
like,
I am with Battlefront 2, where it's like everyone's saying, "Oh, they fixed Battlefront 2 and it's doing really good," and I'm like, I could give a fuck.
I mean, a little different because I was like, I loved I played the shit out of Forsaken, but it's just like now that even every week they have a different mission, so it's on a 3-week cycle. And in the 3 different missions that they cycle in, get new dialogue every week. Like, it's just insane. Like, I don't know. There's just so much content right now. And the Black Armory expansion is one of 3 expansions. They have detailed already. This one's coming out next week. The other one's coming out next year. And then a couple months after that.
And this is for people that paid, right?
That paid, I'm pretty sure the extra $30 for the annual pass. So, I mean, season pass, you know how those work. Okay. So if you own that, this one's a cool story. You're dealing with the Black Armory, which are this mysterious, like gun makers, like off in outer space that have like the most elite guns and like the most like, classified armory essentially. A new mode is like a co-op mode, like think like Gambit mixed with like, I guess just more Prison of Elders, so like more of a PvE experience. that throughout the mission, throughout the level, or I guess mode, whatever, you're building a gun that you eventually earn. So it's called the Forge, and like each different one's like a different gun. I don't understand the full details, but I'm really
Is
excited
it
to
new
jump into
guns
that.
or guns that are already in
New
the
guns,
game?
yeah, the new, the most badass
cool,
guns.
cool.
Yeah, the guns they show off, like this DLC is just called, is like guns essentially. I think it's called Black Armory. I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be really cool. Once the raid comes out, I will be balls deep into it, but we'll see how that plays if a new zombie map comes out near the same time, because that would be a little awkward. But either way, we'll have to wait and see. Next up, Rockstar Games and its parent company, Take-Two Interactive, appear to have abandoned their plans to develop agent and espionage-themed game that has been radio silent for, I think, 12 years now.
Around there.
It was a PS2 game, right? Originally?
No, it was originally announced for the PS3.
PS3.
Next
Yeah.
gen game, yeah.
My God.
Exclusive game.
I mean, yeah.
2018 to 2008 would have been PS3. Oh my God.
I mean, they appear to have abandoned it because they just didn't renew the trademark. And if you don't own a fucking trademark for a title,
Yeah, I don't even think they made a statement about it.
They didn't say anything.
No,
They
they
noticed
didn't.
that they just don't own the trademark, so it'd be pretty awkward if they did continue developing this game.
I mean, they could continue it and then call it something else, which I doubt it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's got.
I mean, probably gave up and they were like, eh. I wonder what happened. Like, did they get paid for this announcement? I assume, right?
They definitely got paid, but it's like, I wonder. Did any of that go over to GTA?
That's what I'm saying. Like, to GTA, like having like promoted for PlayStation, and with this game too. Like, was that part like, okay, you guys are not gonna do that anymore? It's okay, but that money is gonna, you guys gotta promote whatever you release to us. Like, but usually at the end is like play on PlayStation first or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea. And it's Rockstar, so we'll, like, even if it was like another company, maybe we might have known. This will never.
They probably were like, "Hey, we're making a real lot of money with this other thing. We don't care."
I mean,
it could have been an LA Noire situation where like it was just like LA Noire like almost didn't come out. Like it was just like getting so expensive and like so I don't know, bold, I guess, whatever. They always on.
But
this is this
was announced.
Ambitious. That's a word. Yeah.
This was announced before GTA 4.
Yeah,
before 4. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I want, like, what happened to this game? That's what I want to know.
Hard drive in some warehouse somewhere. We'll never know. Next up, the PG 2.5 times PlayStation colorway drops. Cross. Yeah, I don't say times because it was right after.
You're a co-host of a PlayStation fan, and you say times instead of cross.
On December 1st, day after you listen to this, and will cost $110. Now, were there pre-orders to this, or is December 1st the pre-order date?
So yes, that's yes. I'm gonna try to get them again.
Wait, which one? It's the pre-order date or it's the availability date?
It's when the draft starts for it, because you gotta download fucking Nike's thing, and
there's a Nike app.
And then you gotta like submit your thing, and then you have a chance to buy them.
You have to fucking audition tape.
Yet somehow all of the content creators on YouTube
they get one. Okay.
Oh, is that what happens? Really?
It's so fucking annoying. And then people they get it, they sell it for fucking $1,000. But these ones are gray. They're similar to the first one they released. I like the first ones better. Just the black ones. They look a lot better than
those were like the which are gray shoes, right?
Which ones?
The black ones.
The black ones? Yes.
Yeah.
Like they were teamed to I think because it was the 10-year. It was close to it. I don't remember, but it was focused on the PS2, and these ones look like they're more focused on the PS1.
Yeah.
I mean, they look fucking great. Am I gonna get them? Probably not.
You're gonna try.
With my luck. But I'm gonna try. Hopefully I get them.
What I love about this PlayStation blog post is that it was authored by, it says posted in the freaking WordPress thing, posted by Paul George, number 13, Oklahoma City Thunder.
Thunder.
Like they have like a basketball player.
I'm sure he sat down and wrote everything down and took the pictures and posted everything.
He asked Sid Schumann for the login, like, yo, I gotta post
right. If you go into the blog post, scroll down to the bottom of the article, and you're gonna be able to download the Nike sneaker app. So that's how you're gonna be able to get drafted, hopefully, by Nike.
Next up, Jason Schreier. I don't know why that's not the source, but whatever. Obsidian is announcing their new game, their new upcoming whatever in 8 days at the Game Awards. Jeff Keighley's thing.
It's in 8 days.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's a little bit of sub context to this because we were talking earlier before we started recording that we thought it would likely be a Microsoft exclusive. But Jason Schreier goes on in the kind of the subtweets saying they signed a deal with 2K before Microsoft bought them, and Take-Two. Remember, there was the whole Take-Two 2K controversy that we had with ourselves. So they signed the contract with Take-Two. So this may still be cross-platform. So it might come to PlayStation.
That would be interesting. But yeah, no, Jason.
Unless Microsoft did some massive buyout thing, which I doubt.
Brings to our attention that this game will be developed by Tim Kaine and Leonard Boyarsky, the original Fallout creators. So right after Fallout 76, Obsidian, these are the same guys who did Fallout New Vegas with the original Fallout creators. If you go on the website, the little teaser site, it gives you a little countdown. So it's 8 days. I guess like 7 or 6 days, whatever you listen to this. And it has a cool little picture of like this 1940s, 50s, like gun, and then there's another picture of like Whitman and stuff like that. The aesthetic looks really cool. If it's, I feel like it's having a Fallout BioShock style. We'll see what genre it is, but I'm hyped for this game.
I'm interested.
Question for you guys, because I'm not too familiar. Did they were involved with Fallout Las Vegas?
New Vegas, yeah.
Okay, which is the best Fallout?
Some say.
That's what I keep hearing. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Someone doing a better game than Bethesda's.
I mean, who knows? No, Obsidian also just did Pillars of Eternity, which is I don't know if that's a CRPG or not. I think it's considered.
It's kind of, sort of. It's like like an evolved version of a CRPG.
So I wonder if they're gonna take that genre, that style, or if they go first person, if they go isometric. I mean, we'll honestly have to see next week. But with that, we bring you the weekend playlists for the week of November 27th through November 30th. Here are all the titles that came out.
Which are?
Yeah, there's no link here, honestly.
Because someone got lazy at PlayStation Black and they didn't post anything.
There's no drop?
That's why it's not job.
I got you. I got the backup.
Oh, you got me. Okay.
I have the secret areas. Oh, so this was an interesting game that came out. Oh wait, did we mention this last week? Oh no.
Which was?
Darksiders 3.
This is out this week?
That is out yesterday.
That game is actually real?
Yeah.
I thought that game was like 7 years off for some reason.
I saw a post somewhere that like Take-Two, or not Take-Two, who was it? THQ. CEO of THQ Nordic like had a statement on like the game's reception or something. But yeah, Darksiders 3 is getting really bad reviews. Like 5s and 6s. I don't know. I feel bad for that.
Not really surprising, unfortunately.
That came out. ATV Drift and Tricks came out. Sprint Tires, Mud Runner on the Switch, Flashback. I guess it makes sense, honestly, why there was no drop this week. Ark Survival Evolved is coming to Switch, Ride 3, PS4 and Xbox, Override. I know it's next week already. Yeah, really no, not much.
There's almost nothing.
Yeah, I guess the week after Thanksgiving. I could release much.
Black Friday, probably not a good time to release games after Black Friday.
Yo, I didn't buy a single thing. I think this was the first like Black Friday or Cyber Monday. I didn't buy anything. Usually I buy
I tried to buy Astrobot, but GameStop didn't have it anymore. It was out of stock. So I was like, oh, of course, man. Of course.
Okay, 1 second. My friend just texted me Jack Tersey, Console Wars movie. I hope. I mean, this is gonna be a live psych out right now. If he, it's just more news on the what's it called, the Console Wars book film adaptation that they've been working on forever.
I thought they released like a
trailer
or something.
It's now being directed by it's a TV show and it's being directed by Jordan Voight Roberts, the guy who did Kong Skull Island.
Oh, that's cool. All right, now it is time for CQC, which is the Community Question Corner. We got 2 questions this week. If you would like to write in with your question for us to read on the episode, go to facebook.com/groups/psbestfriends. So no surprise, first question comes from good old best friend Nathan Hicks. Now I'm gonna kind of condense your question a little bit because you always write paragraphs for us. So Nate basically asks, did Bethesda really screw is Bethesda really screwing everyone with all the Fallout 76 drama? Is there any way to avoid it? Should they have just not made the game altogether, made it cheaper? Should it be free to play? And then he points out that they did try to temper expectations before it came out, but that he doesn't think it excuses them. I don't know if... Okay, here's a question for you guys. More for Jeff, just because you know Bethesda better. Whereas Miguel, you kind of see...
I've met Todd Howard himself. I know everything.
Do you think Bethesda can recover from this?
Yes, of course they can. They're fucking Bethesda. They have games called
no, not the publisher.
Bethesda Software.
Bethesda Softworks. Is their name just going to be like people are going to doubt them until they create a game that is actually truly like?
No, I mean, besides like the small gaming community, like vocal game community that like we're part of, not like vocal like as an angry people, just like whatever people informed, I guess. They're aware of Fallout 76 sucking, but they still have the Fallout name and the Elder Scrolls name, and those are made by Bethesda Softworks. So I think they are good name wise. I think this did tarnish them in terms of if we're talking like in an argument of.
People were down on Fallout 4 for not making enough advancements in like just
true, but I have
game. And this seems like a total step back to me. And this is just my personal kind of opinion on what happened. So take it as you will. But to me, this seems like an experiment that they wanted to just do because they thought they could do whatever they wanted, which they can do whatever they want. They're, whatever. But it seems like it was just an experiment that just went wrong and they didn't back out of it. And then now, I don't know. I'm going to be positive first. I feel like they really tried to do a multiplayer Fallout. Mm-hmm. And they were trying to make it work because first of all, you got your destinies and stuff like that. But I think they tried to make it work. Obviously they failed. But you tell me if it's just dumb. The decisions of the game's been out 3 days and modders already made it better. Just it looks better if it's modded. The interface, it just works. Yeah, it seems like it works. Like, why can't they hire someone or pay the guy that made that mod and put it in the game?
Pride.
It's like it's mind blowing, dude. It's mind blowing that the game looks so... on IGN's front page of them doing like there's a. I don't know what it's called, like a boot camp thing you got to do for the Brotherhood of whatever, and it looks so rough. It looks bad.
They copy pasted a lot of stuff from Fallout 4,
but it doesn't even look as good as Fallout 4. That's the weird part. Is it like it looks? I don't know. It's just very weird.
Could it be because it's online?
I mean, it could be, but Elder Scrolls Online didn't take that much of a step back from Skyrim. Visually.
Oh, it did. Oh, Elder Scrolls. Nah, that looks ugly.
But Fallout 76 is worse looking than Elder Scrolls.
Dude, that game looks like a PS2
Elder Scrolls Online is also an actual MMO too, though. Fallout 76 isn't a real MMO.
But no, yeah, like Miguel was saying, I appreciate them taking the risk to make this game. I've played Fallout before, sitting in my basement alone and being like, it's be pretty dope if I could play online and like someone else could just be running along with me. So I've thought it it's not like, oh, why would they even consider making it online? What Nate said in his message where he's like, does it make a difference they had the statement before? Like, was there a way to temper people's expectations? Be free to play, be a cheaper price point.
Delay the game a year and make it work.
I mean, the game is already $30.
Like, they just revealed this game a couple months ago. It's not like they didn't need to rush this game out. It's just so weird.
I mean, yeah, it could have been in an early access phase for maybe like a founder's pack price.
Yeah,
you know,
like
really
do a Steam early access thing.
or even no, they don't.
But-
They hate Steam now. They're freaking Bethesda launchers only.
I forgot
I
about
don't think they're that on
I
Steam
forgot
anymore.
about that.
Maybe I
Did
think
you
they are.
know that Todd Howard? I don't know if Todd Howard issued the order, but like someone with Bethesda,
Fucking emperor.
had them make it so hard to find the original purchase link for the vanilla Skyrim, and that they only want people to buy the special edition, which is weird because other games. I mean, like I kind of sort of get it, but it's just weird if someone wants to buy the base game because apparently it is actually a different SKU. Because like BioShock, you could do that. You could buy the original BioShock or the remastered. You have the choice. And it's just weird. Like, why bury that? It's just, I don't know. It's very strange.
More money, probably.
Maybe that's to make it easier for people. Because it's not like whatever. I don't know.
I think yes, it should have been
best.
exactly when. I mean, they said it like temporary. Okay, like why is it $60 then? Like it should be like 20 or 30.
Okay.
I'm not saying play, but
the map though, and the amount of content in the game honestly seems enough to be a $60 Fallout.
Yes, but the game's broken.
It's
buggy as hell, and it's just broken.
You sold someone a car with no keys. Like there's times where you kept playing the game.
You sold someone a car with no like engine.
So I mean, the game's broken, and they told you, and yes, that's cool that they told you, like, hey, the game's gonna have a couple bucks. It's not a couple bucks; it's a lot of bucks. And when modders are making your game better, and you're not implementing that stuff in the game, it's just like, come on.
Yeah,
and also, last thing on this, you could freaking have a whole manifesto on where I should set my expectations about your game, but it all goes out the window when I give the cashier $60. My expectations are set, you know.
Yes. Question for you guys: are they still gonna be using the same fucking engine for the next game, or they're gonna create something else?
I think Elder Scrolls 6. I think is gonna be next gen.
You think
next gen, yeah, sure, but I bet it'll be the same engine though.
They need a different engine.
Wouldn't be surprised. I know
this engine's already broken. I mean, they can't.
We knew that in 2015 with Fallout 4. Well, I don't know why I was still running Fallout 3's engine. It was like, what? This is
because the next game is what Star.
You know why? Because the engine is actually decent on PC. That's why they keep using it. It's bad on.
I guess it is.
It's bad on
even
consoles.
on PC.
It is actually no, dude. Fallout 4 max settings on PC is actually fine. It's totally like
it runs.
Really, I can't complain about it. What?
And it's still buggy as hell
on PC,
isn't it? That's what I heard. I don't know. That's why people add a bunch of.
I mean,
kinda. It's not.
But it runs good though, is what I'm saying. Like the game runs fine on PC. Like it runs actually.
Well, Miguel, that's also because like big games have more bugs. Like Red Dead also has a shitload of bugs in it.
You gotta realize how actually big Fallout and Skyrim are, though.
Yes, I get it. You could say the same thing for The Witcher.
Yeah, there's plenty of bugs in The Witcher.
Witcher argument,
but it wasn't as bad as the Fallout games.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not the greatest.
We also don't have a real modern Elder Scrolls to compare to because Elder Scrolls really was a 360 PS3 game that just got remastered for, you know what I mean? So we can't compare that. But Fallout 4 specifically, I think is totally fine on PC.
They should be. People see them at like up here, man, like high standards.
I don't think anyone deludes themselves about Bethesda. I think that they just I think that people know Bethesda make really good open world.
Rephrase that. They see themselves at the top, and they're not.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
Let me rephrase that.
I can understand.
Todd sees himself all the way on top, and he's not even close to the top.
Used to be for a minute, man. He used to be, and it was great.
Maybe for a minute, not anymore. Not even close. Jake
Jericho writes in, and he says, piggybacking on the price point Nate brought up regarding Fallout 76, he says, with the news that Battlefield 5 dropped in price really quickly, like a week, along with Fallout 76, which also dropped extremely quickly, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which also dropped extremely quickly.
But it was $15, right? It was like $45 after like
it was like 42 or something. Yeah, it wasn't 30.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I don't think Shadow of the Tomb Raider dropped to 30. I think it did for like Black Friday.
But that was because they didn't get promotion, not because the game was bad.
Oh yeah. But he says, is this a sign of things to come for underperforming games? In your opinion, is this a good marketing strategy or a desperate attempt to get a few more sales before the game gets completely buried? I wouldn't say any of these games. Well, maybe Shadow of the Tomb Raider because there's no multiplayer, but I don't think that Fallout 76 or Battlefield 5 are getting buried, quote unquote. They're still going to have pretty decent lives.
I mean,
but I do think that
retailers are the ones that are putting the price on it. It's not the actual. I mean, if they had too many copies, they need to sell them, and that's what happens.
But I feel like
right now it's just Target.
I feel like that soon though.
I mean, soon is gonna
have to give some kind of authorization for that.
I think there's also not a huge. I wouldn't say like this is indicative of the entire space, but there's a big portion that's kind of like expecting price drops, so they don't buy games at full price. Like I have a bunch of friends that don't buy games at will never. So and like maybe more people are becoming like that. So that shift from launch day buyer is going quicker to the sale.
I don't think that affects. I think these 3 games specifically soft sales.
No, dude. I mean, even I'm a big Battlefield guy, and I even said it like I'm not buying the game until it's like around $30. It's $30. I bought it.
But that's because you knew it was content light and it had issues with the beta and stuff. If this game was super hyped, it was ready to go, fully complete game, you would have bought it $60.
Yes,
I think that's a different example. But like Shadow of the Tomb Raider,
like right there, that's a great game.
I thought it was a pretty good game.
Yes, but the problem is that it didn't get promoted, man.
And I'm kind of noticing the same thing with Hitman 2.
That didn't get promoted either,
which kind of sucks. I'm not getting it now because I just don't have time. But
like it's a great game. Hitman 2.
I'm telling you, they should have did it episodic again. And I know people complain in the media. People that don't play the game, first of all, complain, "Oh, it's episodic. That's stupid." Episodic
actually that helped the game.
Fit that game so well because it gave you time to kind of soak up each level. Yep. Whereas like it's just a dump truck of however many levels for Hitman 2, and it's like, okay, well, I want to rush through this, rush through that, to rush through that to beat it. Whereas like Hitman 1, I loved playing each level over and over again.
Like you had that level and you wanted to explode every kill, every section of that map,
just wandering around the map just to like learn about it.
And that's the point of that type of game. Like right now, you have everything. It seems like you just beat the map or whatever, and you move on to the next one, and then at the end, you're like,
I love playing like go back. The tutorial map on the boat in Hitman 1. I love going back to that. So it's like in the free roam, not the guided one, but it's just weird. So I'm curious to see if this price drop kind of trend happens with Hitman 2 as well. I'm curious to see how the sales are for that game. Probably not great because it came out after Red Dead, but I really wish IOI luck with it because I really loved the first game.
Is this a trend that's gonna continue?
For certain games, I think. I don't think that you can expect this for every game that comes out. Clearly, Red Dead is not going on sale for the next year.
Yeah, that's because it's. I mean, Rockstar. Yeah. I mean, you can say
I think certain games
had a prize. I mean, it was,
and you can kind of almost telegraph which games it's going to happen to. I mean, you almost were able to telegraph this would have happened with Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Well, no, hold on. When Miguel said, I didn't see Call of Duty dropping. I was so surprised by that. It
was on sale for $50.
That was crazy.
I've never seen that.
Yeah. And that's because I don't know if you follow stock market and the sales on the game. After the first week, it like the sales went down on the game. Like it's so great the first week, and then the sales just went down.
I mean, the game was fucking. Flashbacks to that first week of Black Ops 4. God.
Oh, it was great.
That first week was so good, though.
I felt like I was in like some freaking Twilight Zone.
It was such a different world back then.
What, a month ago?
Yeah. Just to think back,
it feels forever ago.
We were having so much fun with Blackout. We were having so much fun with multiplayer. Jeff was like riding that dummy dick. No, the three of us are kind of just like, ugh.
Oh wow! Hold on, I was making a totally different flashback. I was saying that was like a
with the bugs and crashes.
Like it was terrible. It was freaking wasteland of. We couldn't get Easter eggs because you couldn't play the game. Like
and 20 hertz multiplayer servers.
Oh God. Yeah, that was great too.
It's like in a world where a company can make $5 billion and sell $700 million in the first 3 days, the game doesn't work. It's like okay.
Hey, a little tip for you, man. Little article you might want to work on, like how to fix the game, dude. Like 5 tips to Treyarch how to fix the game.
One of my co-writers did do an article on like straight up like opinion. The black market is too greedy, and I'm like, nice.
Yeah, I mean it is.
Was your coworker Jim Sterling?
Nice, I wish.
That'd be great, huh?
All right, let's wrap up. Anything else you guys want to say before we start closing the show up?
I think there was something. Didn't we say we wanted to say something at the end earlier? But I'm
Pokemon,
totally
maybe?
thinking of what it was. Yeah,
If-
but I don't have
If
anything
the
to say
game
about
is still
Pokemon.
$30, buy Battlefield 5. It's.
Oh, I gets
actually
Miguel's seal of approval.
Don't
Yeah.
buy Fallout for $30. Wait
Don't
until it's
buy
like
Fallout. Yeah.
wait until it's like free or something, or like $1.
Wait until it's free. Dude,
that
how
would
many
be-
people would
modders
revolt
fix the
if they
game.
were just like, it's $1?
Imagine they did the. No, they wouldn't. But like, that's like a Destiny thing. But like in a year, they restructure the whole game, and it's like, you know what? We changed it into single player. Like, or like have a single player mode where like everything works perfectly. Like the story and everything makes sense playing by yourself, and like it's never connected online. Like it just runs. That'd be a crazy shift.
Enemies
think
don't
we
get
will.
stuck and don't move, and yeah, that'd be
see.
great.
But yeah, I think that's about it in terms of gaming stuff. Let me head over to the Patreon shout out section.
Boop, boop, boop.
We have Jake Malore, Nathaniel Hicks, Jack Tersey, and Timothy Wooten. Thank you guys. Remember
Chimichanga.
Chimichanga, yeah. Chimichanga. What's up, guys?
I know it was Changa. I just said it weird.
That whenever I join his PSN parties, I always say, "Hey guys, what's up?" I could say whatever. That's a personal bit for him. You can be on that Patreon shout out section if you go on patreon.com/psbestfriends, where you can support us at $2 level or more.
Also, again, don't forget to check us out on YouTube, where we are all putting up some cool stuff. Miguel is kind of.
I had some issues with Premiere. But
I
they're
gotta
fixed
upload
now.
the Tetris Effect video that Jesse
So,
did. Fuck,
yeah.
someone
Oh,
can
dude,
someone
get
remind
that
me
up there.
of
We talked about that.
next couple days, 'cause
I got
gotta
a
put
couple
that up.
videos already now that it's working. I got a couple.
But Miguel is kind of consistently putting up WWE sim videos for upcoming matches. So check that out if you're interested in the WWE events coming up. We should have a good one for TLC in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Asuka versus Becky Lynch, the man versus the Queen Charlotte Flair.
I don't even know if you could put 3 women in TLC in the game.
Well, I guess we're gonna find out. So
Yeah, I guess we're gonna
What
find out.
are these sim
YouTube.com.
matches, by the way? Explain just quickly. Like, are they just?
So you set it as like you pick the characters, and then you know when you can choose like left or right for your controller, you just stay in the middle, and then it makes both computers.
Oh, okay. And the
It's
AI is
just that-
good. The AI is good enough that it like.
No, it's terrible.
Oh, it's terrible.
that?
That's
Oh,
funny. That's the
it's
point of
funny.
watching the
I'll
game.
watch it. I'll
'Cause,
watch it. I gotta watch these.
Like they're just standing there, just
Like
staring
Miguel
at each
did
other,
a
bro.
Ronda Rousey versus Nikki Bella one, and Nikki Bella won. Like,
Yeah,
what?
dude. But the funny thing is that
Okay.
the ending is sometimes funny, like who wins, but just the AI is so dumb, dude.
They'll like
It's
walk
so
into each other and then
stupid.
like continue like they'll like
So
be
funny.
walking in place into each other and stuff. It's so-
I want to get to the point that hopefully with me and Anthony could like do a commentary, like I record
Yeah,
it
we should
and
do
then
that.
like
That'd be
commentary on it. I think that'd be pretty funny.
that'd be fun, yeah.
I'm intrigued.
So go check those out. Jeff is no longer able to do zombies videos for us specifically.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
But still look out for some possible let's plays and stuff from him. He can do other content, I think.
Yeah, I could do any other. Yeah. I mean, honestly, the only thing I
Destiny
can't do is I can't make a video off of an article I write on Charlie Intel. But
Oh, okay.
So-
Okay.
And we are all about that transparency, so we're being upfront about.
though you guys actually could make videos on my articles.
But
I'm gonna do.
we can't- I don't know
Dude,
how.
I'm gonna do videos.
Have
on
you
your
capture
articles
the
now.
footage and
Just
then
like
send
guy-
it to me.
read my articles and just like shit
Just
on
read
them.
it and exactly.
Oh my God.
Like,
That would
this
actually be
Jeffrey
funny,
guy-
but I don't
this
want to.
Jeffrey
I don't want to even take the chance to get you in trouble. So,
Um,
yeah, check that out. And then again, I will be posting some footage of a complete run of the. I think it was the journey mode in Tetris Effect. The from start to finish. My friend Jesse just totally just obliterated it. He's so good at Tetris. So keep an eye for that. And also some footage of
At
him
one
playing
point,
the
he had
Zones
the
mode.
record, right?
At one point, he did have the world record. It was I think the opening week of it being out,
Mhm.
and then some guy kind of like sort of cheated it, but like not like cheating, like hacking, but like he like kept putting it in rest mode and then playing the next day. So it's like he's at like 40 hours played, and my friend's like,
Wow.
I'm just not gonna do
Jesus.
that. So like he could, but he just doesn't want to deal with that. So it's a bummer. But he did have it at one point. I posted that on our Facebook page, so you can go check the archives on that. But yeah, and then I don't know. I wanted to do some Risk videos with you, but you didn't buy it, so never mind.
Risk. Interesting.
Oh, shouts out though. Hold on, wait. I wrote the article today. I didn't mention it. Call of Duty Black Ops Monopoly, which is all based on multiplayer, which is actually pretty cool. But the even cooler thing, which
The
got me
Risk.
really juiced, Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies, specifically Risk. And it's like zombies are, I don't even know how that work. I just thought about it, whatever. But all the tokens are like little like Richtofen and Tank Dempsey guys.
That's kind of cool.
I saw
Wait,
the
not
picture on it, and it seemed like the map. I guess the map has to be the map. It's focused on the actual zombie maps.
It looks
from
like
the game.
Yeah, it's a low res pic. It's
Now,
like
is this an actual board game or is this a digital?
It's an actual
Board
board
game.
game. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
They're just one of the branded, like they have the Pokemon ones, the Zelda ones, whatever.
The multiplayer one looks really good.
The railroads
the
are kill streaks. Like
nice.
LCXD and like UAV and stuff.
Nice.
It looks fun.
Oh, like the cards, yeah.
Yeah, and the cities, I guess it's the maps, right?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it takes fucking creative liberties. Like on like the light blues are maps, but then like the dark blues were like modes. Like Blackout is like Broadway. I'm like, what? And I guess Blackout's technically a map in that case, but
yeah, it is. I mean,
all right. I'm trying to think if there's any other content that we need to pimp out. You have until the end of the year to go to our Extra Life page and donate. Try and get us past $300. That is on our Facebook or our Twitch page. If you go to twitch.tv/psbestfriends, you can get the link to our Extra Life page, and we would appreciate that. I keep saying I want to do an Extra Life stream soon. It's just been kind of busy between work and
you got a month.
Yeah, so I want to do one soon, and I mean, really, we could get started on next year's early too. I mean, you can do it. We can set up 2019's in January. It's not
in January. Started from there.
Yeah, and then Extra Life Day is the big day, so we'll figure it out. But if we would really appreciate it if you would go, even if you throw, I don't know, $1 over at our Extra Life, we would really appreciate it. And Rastacon's Rumble on Tuesday. So for the probably 0 Hearthstone players that listen to this, I'm hyped. A lot of a huge new card dump past week and a half. So this set is looking way cooler than Boomsday, I think. So excited. Miguel, where can people find you?
People can find me at PlayStation Network, Dark Angel 1010, and at Twitter, Angel Alba 10. No, wait, Angel Alvarez 10 with a J.
And Jeff.
And you could find me on PSN roaming the Wild West and Reddit online at Brawl96, and then Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, Mr. Brawl96.
And you can find me on PSN and Steam at the only X188. That is ONE numbers 88. And then on BattleNet, you can find me the only X1 #1470. And also, again, keep an eye out. Jeff and I are we want to do a spoiler-ish type of thing for Red Dead. Coming maybe this weekend or maybe next week. So keep an eye out for that as well. That'll be, if we do it, we'll post it both audio and video. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you all for listening. This has been PlayStation Best Friends episode 80, and we will catch you all next week.
Peace.
I remember not to stop my recording this time.
I went to go stop my audition and was like, nope.
Oh, nice. I stopped it. So
just... For real?
Yeah, I stopped it.
Is the guy still going though, or no?
No.
Oh fuck.
Well, Miguel, you're gonna have to manually do, but at least you and I can get picked up.
The ticker's not moving still. That sucks.
No, it's not moving.
Did you say peace?
Right, yes, I did. I did say peace. So
you get a piece. All right, fine. I'll line up the piece. All right, dope. No.